Hello! Hong Kong Fooey says hello as well. Remember that? Where is it? Number one super guy. What a guy. Anyway, if you're old enough to remember that, I'm talking directly to you. Imagine that. Similar age to me, probably. Anyway, it's come to my attention that there are a fair few people out there. A lot of people, however, I'm mainly talking to guys between 35 and 50 with a few kids, a couple of kids, all that sort of stuff. That's mainly who I train. Some ladies as well, similar sort of situations, but it's mainly fellas. And it's come to my attention that there's a lot of you out there who are just like bouncing around between programs, or you've either joined a gym and it's costing you 50 quid a month or whatever that you don't use it, or you do use it and you go and you've got no idea what you're going to do, so you wander around for ages looking at all the stuff and going like, yeah, I might use that, I might not. Or you've done that as well, and then you go and look online and go, a program for a guy who wants to get stronger, wants to get fitter, wants to lose weight, wants to do whatever, right? And that's kind of all right, but if you keep doing that, then like you've obviously not found something that works, okay? So, got a little story for you, and this is from back when I was when I had a proper job, right? I used to work for a big utility firm. I was a trader for a big utility firm, and basically all I had to do was make this company money. That was pretty much it. So it wasn't exactly. It was rewarding in the fact that it paid well, but it wasn't. It didn't. I always felt like I need to give something back here to the world, because I'm just taken away from it, and that's kind of one of the reasons. There's many reasons. Everyone says you've got to have a why and all that. There's many reasons why I do what I do now, and I've spoke about them all before, or a lot of them before. So it's just there's lots of different reasons. However, one of them was like it just felt soulless what I was doing, and it was. So the story is about those days. Because I used to drink a lot in those days and everything. Obviously, I used to get wined and dined by brokers in London and all that sort of stuff. I worked in sunny Swindon, as it happens, but I used to get wined and dined by brokers in London and go out and eat in nice restaurants and all that sort of stuff. So I got a little bit backed. Anyway, it's not about that. It's about the company sent me to Ashridge Business School, which you may or may not have heard of. If you haven't, it's a place in, where is it? Berkhamsted in Surrey? Is that in Surrey? Anyway, Berkhamsted, wherever that is. It's down south. And south of Gateshead. And it's kind of a renowned business school, and it's like, lots of people go there. So a lot of the managers at work had gone there. The company had paid for them to go there, and it was across, I think it was like 2 or 3 days across 3 separate occasions. So it was like 9 days in total. Okay? So I got sent on that as well, and I wasn't a manager or anything, but it was like kind of trying to, say, if you want to be, here's what you'll need to know. And it was all about, I've spoke about this in an email before, it was all about learning the politics of business and all that sort of stuff, which I really don't care about. That's why I do what I do now, because I don't have to worry about anything. But I make the final decisions in how this works, in how my business works. So, and I love that. I love it. It's very hard, but it's very challenging, but it's much more rewarding, because if it works, I've done that. The guys on my programs and everything have helped me out. They help me out by being on the programs. So that's great. Now, I'm going off track. Sorry. So anyway, I was at Ashridge Business School. We did 3 days of stuff, kind of, Myers-Briggs and all that sort of stuff. Finding out who you are, what type of person you are, and all of that sort of stuff, which is great, right? It's actually really good, but at the time I didn't value it at all. So it was paid for by the company. I just had to rock up. There was a bar. Brilliant. So we did a whole day's work and then went and had a few beers. Now, the second lot of 3 days that I did was in Germany at a place called Schloss Krickenbeck, I think it was called. Schloss is castle, isn't it? It was a big castle, imagine. Anyway, I can't remember exactly where it was in Germany, but we got there on the first night. Hi, Kurt. Is that John Curry's on as well? Yeah, nice one. We got there first night. Got there kind of, I don't know, whatever time it was, like 8 o'clock or something, and we all went straight to the bar and just got battered. Big litre beers in Germany, innit? Got hammered, we did. Or I did, anyway. Insulted a few people as well, because it was back in the day when I used to drink a lot, and then, like, once you've had a few beers and you're a bit oiled, you start saying things that you probably shouldn't. It was just one of those things. So anyway, the next day, so I went to bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning or something stupid like that. I mean, this costs a lot of money. The company have paid for this course. Ashford, it's not going to be a cheap course. People, it's world renowned. Is it world renowned, or it's people know about it. People get sent on these things by the companies. So so they'd sent us on a 3-day one in Berkhamsted with accommodation and food and all of that sort of stuff and paying for the course, and then they flew us to Germany and all of that. And basically, the next day, I got up. I think I had a couple of little morsels for breakfast because I felt rubbish. And we were started out on the day, and then it got to lunch, and I went to bed. I went back to bed. I said, "Look, I've got a headache. I must have eaten something funny last night or whatever." So I missed the rest of that day. And then the other 2 days, I was kind of there, but everyone was sick of it by then because we were on to the 5th and 6th day. And then there was 3 other days after that back in Berkhamsted a couple of months later as well. And by the time everyone, I'm not saying everyone was sick of it, but I know of a few of us that were, because it was like, basically, we're not going to use this ever. Or we couldn't see ourselves using it ever. None of us wanted to be managers and be involved in the politics of business and all of that sort of stuff, especially with the company that we were working for. So, the reason why I'm saying this is because the company paid for that and I didn't value it. To me, it was free. I didn't value it at all. Okay? I was there. People pay their own money to go on this thing, and they'll spend a lot of money and get a lot out of it and develop themselves and all of that sort of stuff. I didn't value it at all because it didn't cost me anything. Okay? It was just a bit of a jolly. Now, since I've stopped working there, since I was made redundant by that in September 2013, everything I do now, every course I go on, I'm going on a course in 2 weeks, and then another one in 3 weeks, and then I'm on a one in November. I was on a one, where was I a few weeks ago? I was on something a few weeks ago anyway. I do personal development stuff, personal development and development as a coach every year, every 2 or 3 months. I'll be off doing something. Sometimes they're all condensed into one area, into a few weeks. But I'll pick 3-4 kind of workshops, courses, whatever I'm going to go to develop myself as a coach, so I can help you guys more, right? And guess what? I don't get hammered, and I don't miss no half days, and I don't, I just don't do that. Yes, we'll go to a bar and have a bit of a drink and that, but I might have 2 or 3 pints, and then I'll be in bed, up ready for the next day. Because these things start early. It's a whole day thing. You learn a lot, take a lot of notes, and I really value it. And I pick them out very, very, very I don't just go on anything. Pick them out very carefully, because it costs me a lot of money to do it. So therefore, I value it really highly because it's personally costing me money. I haven't got a company paying for it. I haven't got anyone else paying for it. It's costing me money. So therefore, I value it more. Which is why, like I say, I pick and choose these things very carefully, and then I learn loads, and it makes me a better coach. So, back to where we started. You look online, you join a gym, it costs you like, 50 quid a month. You might even get some corporate membership, which means it's 30 quid a month instead of 50 quid a month or something like that, which is great for the company that you work for because they get a tax break on it, regardless of whether you use the gym or not. They don't care. So the whole idea behind it is you get corporate membership, they get a tax break on it, which is brilliant, but then everyone who works for them, they're all fit, strong and healthy, aren't they? Doesn't matter. They don't give a toss about that. They get the tax break. It doesn't matter if you're fit, strong and healthy or not. They just, all they've done is save themselves a load of money. And the last thing they want you to do is go down the gym at lunchtime. There's a lot of places like this. The last thing they want you to do is go down the gym at lunchtime because they want you at bloody working, don't they? Anyway, that's a little a little aside there, just a little thing that I talked to a guy, Rob, who comes down a lot about this sort of stuff. Yeah, so you've got your gym membership, okay, and then you've looked for your program online, free program, and then you don't stick to it because you don't value it. It doesn't cost you anything, so why bother? I can't even remember what I've called this now, but why? Don't even bother. Don't bother. You might as well not bother because you don't value it. So if you're struggling to lose weight, to get strong, to get fit and healthy or whatever, and you're trying to do stuff, you haven't got the motivation or the willpower or whatever you want to call it. If you haven't got any of that, you're not used to it, you know, you're a total beginner and you're trying to do it all yourself while you've got kids and family and your friends saying do you fancy going for a few beers and you've got a busy lifestyle and you're on the road all day, or you work from home, so you end up like doing silly little jobs like I'm meant to be writing a monthly program right now, but I'm doing this because it's easier. So I'm procrastinating, right? All this happens. So if you struggle with that sort of stuff and you haven't got the self-motivation, willpower, whatever you want to call it, to do this stuff, why even bother? Because you already kind of know you're not valuing it. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm not trying to do anything. I don't care. That's all I'm saying. It's just a little bit of that in your head. So if you're going to do something, you've got to find value in it. Okay? And that goes with setting goals and stuff as well, like that. You know, you like a goal of losing weight is a rubbish goal because everyone has that, and you know, like not everyone's in shape, are they? Hello, Sarah. Hello. Not everyone's in shape, are they? So everyone has that goal of losing weight, or most people do. Who I come across anyway, and it doesn't mean anything. You've got to attach something to that. What does it actually mean? What happens if you lose 3 stone or whatever? What happens? What does it give you? How does it make you feel? What happens with your family and friends? What happens, what happens when you can run around the park with the kids and play football and stuff like that? What happens if, like one of the guys who I spoke about yesterday as well, what happens when you can skin in the game, Kurt? Exactly. I try not to use that because everybody uses that. And I try to use things different, but this is what people understand, right? Put skin in the game, and you're gonna bloody do it. You know. That's why I find it funny when people think you can put skin in the game and still not value it. People can do something and it might cost them, I don't know, 100 quid a month, 200 quid a month or something like that, and it'd be like, that's just far too expensive, I'm not going to do that. And it's like, there is a reason why it's that expensive, because you will get the results. If something costs you, I don't know, if you get a gym membership for 20 quid a month, what do you get out of that? You get access to a big gym with a bunch of equipment that you don't know how to use, right? Brilliant. So that's like 20 quid a month that you're just going to chuck down the drain. But then at least you can say you got a gym membership and you can blame it on the fact that the gym have let you down because you didn't get in shape. Anyway, I'm rambling. What I've been doing with these videos, right, is I've been condensing them down into a minute so I can whack them on Instagram, talk to people on there because I've got a bunch of guys on there who listen to this as well. So you can either watch this or you can wait for the condensed version. Kurt's been here the whole time. Good staying power, that, my man. And BKSIC, Kurt, will be with you on Sunday. It's great. There's a whole snatch program in there. I'm in the middle of writing it now. I've just done some videos for it and stuff, but there's a whole snatch program in there because you asked me about snatches in the very beginning, didn't you? About how to save your hands and stuff like that. So there's a little bit on that, which was in the first BKSIC you got sent, the October 20, from the first ever one I did from October 2016. That's the one you get when you sign up. So you've got that. All the hand care stuff is in there. I've just pumished my hands today, to be fair, actually, to get rid of my calluses, so that's cool. What was it? So for this month, it'll be with you on Sunday at midday, and it's got a full program in there, or several programs actually, on how to build up to 100 snatches in one go with whatever bell you think. With you, it sounds like you should be able to do it with a 24. But if not, you can do it with a 20. And you'll get a t-shirt because you're a member of BKSIC. So the coveted t-shirt, which I confirmed yesterday, so they'll be here within a week. So if you want one, get involved and I'll talk to you all soon.